Good evening and welcome to Newswatch on this 9th day of October 2025. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let's take a look at the day's news. Now, former Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i has dismissed allegations that he is a dictator, saying he is a hands-on and results-driven leader. Matiang'i made the remarks after holding a closed-door meeting with DAP Kenya Deputy Party Leader George Natembeya and PNU Party Leader Peter Munya, fueling speculation of a new political alliance ahead of the 2027 general elections. The three leaders, all influential figures from different regions, are believed to be laying the groundwork for a potential coalition to challenge existing political formations.
I think those who are result-oriented or those who want to do their work are either being dictators or they are bulldozers or they are difficult people to work with. You know you are a dictator if you do things that don't exist. I tell people, let us read the law. That's where I start from. I'm here for only one purpose. While I'm alive, with the skills and the experience I have, make my contribution to fixing the nonsense that is going on in our country. You know, we don't have the luxury as a country to engage in the romance of lying, lying to each other. I said this in 2022, that there's an outbreak of lies during the campaign. You have seen themselves here.
Just a day after meeting with President William Ruto at State House, KANU Party Chairman Gideon Moi has withdrawn his candidacy from the upcoming Baringo senatorial by-election scheduled for November 27th amidst protests by his supporters who claim the government was frustrating his bid. KANU Secretary General George Wainaina has confirmed that the party will not field a candidate in the November by-election, but will instead support the UDA candidate Vincent Cheburet Chemitei. The move follows a series of behind-the-scenes meetings between Moi and the President Ruto on Wednesday, during which the head of state is said to have requested Moi to step aside in favor of the United Democratic Alliance UDA candidate. The rare public engagement between the two leaders had sparked speculation of renewed political cooperation, both at the regional and national level, ahead of the 2027 general election. The Baringo senatorial seat was left vacant after William Cheptumo's death in February this year. A section of Bungoma County residents has rejected the nomination of three area members of parliament, namely Didmas Barasa of Kimilili, Fred Kapondi of Mount Elgon, and John Waluke of Sirisia for national recognition as heroes during this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations to be celebrated on October 20th. Led by Juma Lubakaya and Hayemba Lubakaya, the residents accused the government of undermining the honor associated with being named a national hero. They claim the three lawmakers have been linked to various controversies, including theft, incitement to violence, and even murder-related cases, and are now demanding their names be removed from the list.
Tangu zamani kutoka kwa Kenyatta kukuja kwa Moi, shujaa alikuwa mtu wa aina gani? Uwezi chukua mtu ambaye ako na rekodi mbaya umpeane useme ni shujaa wa Kenya. Hiyo itakuwa tunapeleka inji wapi? Ule alichukua majina ya hao viongozi, hatukatai, lakini rekodi yao haistahili iwekwe kwa orodha ya wale watu ni mashujaa wa nchi.
Ile kitu ya kushangaza kwa Wakenya, saa hii tuko na ati Mheshimiwa Didmas, mbunge wa Kimilili. Jamani wa Kenya, CTF, amanage CTF inamanajiwa Nairobi, ameshindwa. Mheshimiwa Didmas, tuko na family kutoka na Baholo hapa wakati wa election. Hii family inalilia haki. Inalilia haki mpaka saa hizi hiyo family haijapata haki. Mtoto wao aliuawa kiunyama wakati election. hawajapata haki. Tunasikia wa Kenya mnatoka kwa kaseti ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Didmas ni shujaa. Mheshimiwa Kabondi, ukienda Mount Elgon hata barabara haipitiki. CTF ya Mount Elgon haibenefit watu ya Mount Elgon. Watu wa Mount Elgon wako na kilio. Hapa Bungoma Kabondi, nyinyi mnajua mambo ambayo Kabondi alifanya. Ni ushujaa gani?
A Nairobi court has released a 19-year-old man who claims to be President William Ruto's son after he was charged with unlawful entry into the parliamentary precincts. Nelson Ibrahim Kidero, also known as Nelson Mureithi, told the court that his dream is to become a barrister despite the magistrate's encouragement for him to pursue a legal career. Senior Principal Magistrate Mark Ekubi released Kidero on condition that he does not repeat the offense within a year and handed him over to his uncle with instructions to ensure he receives medical attention. The court urged the family to offer more care and support as Kidero was found at night in the parking area of Bunge Towers on August 7th without lawful authority. And we take a short break and we will be back with more stories, including the Moi University students' outcry. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Sharon Aitore Wangenya. Thank you so much for being one of our viewers. We truly honor you and appreciate you. We'd love to know how you're receiving us, how your reception is in terms of the quality of the video and the audio as well. So please scan this QR code and give us your feedback. Thank you and God bless you.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live. There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. Picture this. You join a university while a teenager, but 6, 7, 8, or even 10 years later, you're still yet to sit for your final examinations, let alone graduating. This is the situation most medical students at Moi University have found themselves in. Under normal circumstances, a medical course takes about 6 years, but with frequent strikes at Moi University, it takes almost double that period. Some of the students, like Henry Otima, lamented that their career progression has stagnated with those in other institutions who started the same course at the same time, now employed and with a family. Others hoped to finally graduate this year, but the ongoing strike with final exams the only thing remaining, but the ongoing national lecturer strike is set to delay their hope for a few more months. Their call to the government and universities is to find a way to end the strike for their sake.
Nilijiunga na hii Moi 2016 Oktoba, wakati ambapo mgomo ya Moi ilianza officially, kwa sababu nimekaa shule more than 10 years. Nikishangaa sasa already mimi mwenyewe nilijoin late, but sasa now I'm almost going to nafikia ile umri wa kuretire, sijamaliza undergraduate, na naomba tu serikali iweze kuja kutusaidia hasa sisi wanafunzi wa Moi ambao tumeteseka miaka nenda miaka rudi.
My name is Mobisa Unisev. I'm currently a 6th year medical student who was to do her final examinations starting today up to the end of next week. I was to finish my exams on 17th and graduate tentatively 18th of December. But now things are not moving forward because of the strike that is going on. We initially had a strike in Moi that lasted for 4 weeks before the UASU strike started. And there's also another strike that's supposed to be happening from 20th of October, still affecting Moi University alone. And as Moi University students, we are very tired of the strikes that have been happening. Each and every year there's a strike that is happening in Moi for 2 to 3 months or even 4 months. So we've stayed in school for a decade.
We are respectfully appealing to the government, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health and stakeholders, please find a way to resolve this crisis urgently. Allow us to sit for our exams, allow us to graduate, allow us to begin our internship in July as scheduled, because we are ready. We are willing and we are ready, and all we need is opportunity.
President William Ruto has called on COMESA member states to invest in digital infrastructure, data governance and human capital to drive growth in the digital economy. Speaking during the official closing of the 24th COMESA Summit at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi, President Ruto said digitization will boost energy efficiency, modernize power grids and improve cross-border trade. He added that it will also expand financial inclusion, streamline logistics and open up regional and global markets for small and medium enterprises, creating jobs and increasing competitiveness across the region.
We must move decisively to digitalize every aspect of trade facilitation by investing jointly in physical and digital infrastructure, modern transport corridors, regional data centers, and secure cloud services. These digital superhighway excellencies must not end in our capitals. It must reach every village, connect every farmer, empower every entrepreneur, and link our landlocked nations to the arteries of global trade. Equally, we must harmonize our digital policies and regulatory frameworks. Fragmentation is itself a non-tariff barrier. A single digital market for COMESA will require common standards for e-commerce, digital payments, data protection, and cybersecurity.
The Kenya Red Cross has wrapped up a 10-day intensive disaster response training in the remote village of Moribong, Kacheliba, West Pokot County. 60 trainees from all 47 counties took part in field simulations on responding to floods, conflicts, road accidents and other emergencies as part of a national disaster readiness program. Disaster response manager Anthony Mushiri said Kacheliba was chosen for its isolation with no mobile network or standard power. Trainees used Starlink for communication and solar energy, simulating real energy conditions in hard-to-reach areas. The training aimed to boost leadership and coordination during national disasters.
Kwa upande ule mwingine, ule ambaye anapatikana kwa bahati mbaya alichelewa na maji kamsomba, tuko na kikundi cha uokoaji kwa maji, tunawatuma kama watu wa kwanza, kisha kama vile ambavyo mliona hapa, Wale ambao wameathirika ama wamezingirwa na maji, tunakuja pia na kuwasaidia na sehemu za kukaa, vitu vya kutumia, malazi.
The teams we have here have been taken through responses around fire, responses around floods, how to respond to drought situations, responses on conflict, including and not limited to road accidents, as little as road accidents. So these are the teams that are then also going to cascade this downwards to the county teams that are remaining there.
Tunashukuru watu ya Red Cross kwa sababu watu wetu wa hapa wamejifunza mambo mengi na wametusaidia pakubwa.
Red Cross alikuja huku kufanya kazi yake, tumeona kazi yake alifanya mzuri, kuona kufanya kumaneno ya vitu yalileta huku ni mzuri sana.
Kisumu Governor Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o earlier today led the launch ceremony for the construction of affordable housing units in the upscale Milimani neighborhood of Kisumu County, or city rather. The project, which will see the building of over 1,000 housing units, is being undertaken in partnership with the National Social Security Fund, NSSF. Governor Nyong'o stated that the county government is committed to improving the lives of Kisumu residents, adding that the housing project will significantly contribute to economic growth within Kisumu County.
By developing this prime parcel of land here in Milimani, we are creating a modern, integrated community that will enhance the city skyline and improve the quality of life of its residents without suffering from the pain of houses developed purely for benefit through densification. The economic ripple effect of this project will be immediate and substantial. Hundreds of jobs will be created during the construction phase, and I want to state our clear expectation. The majority of these opportunities from skilled artisans and general laborers must go to the youth of Kisumu County.
Ladies and gentlemen, investment is at the heart of the NSSF mission. Our commitment is to grow the fund by continuously seeking alternative investments that will deliver sustainable returns. When I joined the fund 2 years ago, I set forth in a manifesto, or rather a very ambitious manifesto, to target to grow the fund's value to 600 billion shillings.
Join John Carson every weekday as he takes us on a journey through the Bible.
Whoever shall seek to save his life, if you go back to living for yourself, you're going to lose it. But whoever shall lose his life, give up his life for my sake, he shall preserve it.
Enjoy interesting, knowledge-packed, yet simple teachings through his humor and in-depth understanding of God's Word.
The last people that tried to put God in a box, literally, he rose again. He wouldn't stay in their compartment. If God was small enough for me to figure out, he wouldn't be big enough for me to worship.
Tune in to Hope TV for John Carson every 10 p.m., 4 a.m., and 10 a.m. weekdays on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Hello there, my name is Beatrice Nudi, a host on Hope at Dawn with George Gishuru. Thank you so very much for your support and your loyal viewership. How is the signal in your area? We would love to know. Please do scan the QR code that you see on your screen so that we can know how to serve you better.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. Now in business, a total of 112 women aged between 18 and 35 have been shortlisted for a 30-hour Pan-African hackathon under the theme Future-Proofing Africa, Innovation at the Intersection of Fintech, Cybersecurity and AI. The hackathon will run simultaneously in 7 cities across 5 African countries, including Nairobi, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Kampala, Gaborone and Dar es Salaam. Participants will compete to design AI-powered financial solutions that promote digital inclusion, youth empowerment, and cybersecurity. The winning team will take home a grand prize of $5,500. The hackathon is set to take place on the 11th to 12th October this year at the ABSA headquarters in Westlands.
Nearly 500 women, young women expressing interest in this hackathon, out of which we've gone through a rigorous process and selected the top 100. These top 100 will be going at specific challenges that you know, the financial sector and the Kenyan economy at large faces. You know, if you think about things like cybersecurity, fraud busting and prevention, you know, how we may use technology to deal with some of the climate change issues that we face. And it's a really exciting opportunities for these young women to come. They've got the mentorship of the bank leadership, you know, with the people who lead our technology functions, people who lead our business functions, our human resource functions. They gather together 30-hour, you know, they've got these challenges. They'll go at each other in groups. You know, and the winning group will get to benefit and enjoy very great prizes.
Kenya has increased its shareholding in the Trade and Development Bank TDB by $100 million and committed an additional $50 million to Afreximbank Bank as share capital. President William Ruto made the announcement during the closing session of the 24th COMESA Summit in Nairobi, saying the move demonstrates Kenya's strong support for African-led financial institutions. With the enhanced stake in TDB, Kenya can now access long-term financing of up to 25 years at interest rates as low as 2%. President Ruto said strengthening these institutions will help finance Africa's development on terms that align with the continent's own priorities and aspirations.
We must believe in ourselves. Even as we seek to reform the international financial architecture, even as we seek to have greater voice in IMF and World Bank, we must equally believe in ourselves and build African institutions. I said earlier, Trade and Development Bank is a product of COMESA. This is the bank we started as COMESA. I can confirm to you from the Kenyan perspective that Trade and Development Bank is an asset to the government of Kenya. They understand our priorities. They know what we need. They understand the African context. They do not assess risks that are not reasonable. They treat us with decency and with decorum, because they are our African institution. And so it is with Afreximbank.
Equity Bank Kenya Limited has partnered with Inchcape Kenya Limited, the newly appointed sole dealer for New Holland tractors and agricultural equipment in Kenya. This collaboration introduces a financing scheme designed to make tractor ownership more accessible and affordable for Kenyan farmers, marking a significant step towards modernizing agriculture and enhancing productivity through mechanization. The partnership offers affordable financing options and make it easier for farmers to purchase modern agricultural machinery. Farmers can access up to 95% financing for New Holland tractors with repayment terms extending up to 60 months.
This partnership is not just about machinery, it's about empowering farmers. It's about transforming agriculture, and it's about building prosperity from the ground up. It's about increasing the productivity of every single farmer in Kenya. We want you to grow in size, we want you to grow in productivity, and we want you to grow in income. Even more importantly, we want you to grow into value addition. We want you to be processing, we want you to be adding value. So the next conversation I want to have with you is how all of you going to come together and come and talk to us about building a processing plant or tomato paste, about building a tomato factory or tomato sauce.
Tujiona bank inahitiana na inasaidia wakulima kupata chakula. Tumeona nchi yetu inaendelea vizuri na ile Vision 2030 ile imetolewa na the UN goals za kufanya watu wasikae njaa.
Now in sports, Nyanza, or rather Nakuru Golf Club's John Kamais will return to Nyanza Golf Club this weekend from Friday, October 10th through to Sunday 12th, aiming to defend the NCBA Nyanza Open Hippopot title. This year, a total of 42 golfers will take to the course, hoping to get a share of the 400,000 Kenya shillings prize pass, including the Ugandan duo of Joseph Kasozi, who finished 5th last year, and Titus Okwong. Elvis Muigwa, William Odek, and Isaac Makoka are some of the other names on the list for the Nyanza showdown. Last weekend, David Kirago put up a strong fight to emerge as the 2025 NCBA T-Fields Trophy champion as the KAGC series pitched camp in Kericho. The event, which is jointly organized by US Kids Golf and the Junior Golf Foundation Kenya, is expected to attract over 100 junior golfers aged between 5 and 18 years, both boys and girls.
At NCBA, we are immensely proud of the growth and enthusiasm we have seen throughout the series and golf in the country. In general, we have extended our golf support wings not only to every corner of Kenya, but across the borders to Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda, and we are immensely proud to connect the region under the golf umbrella.
And on that note, we come to the end of Newswatch this evening. On behalf of the whole team that has made this bulletin a success, thank you for watching. God willing, see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Have a good night.